second window here for FIBA 2019 World Cup qualification. It's been an exciting window of qualification across the world, but none more so than here in Group C. Here are the scores from the weekend. India went down to Jordan on Friday after battling Syria, unable to defeat Lebanon also. And then earlier today, we actually do have a result from that game as the Lebanon beat India 90-50. So that's a game earlier today. And our final game here, this is how the group looks at the moment. And I can update you with regards to that one as well. At the moment, Lebanon top of the group with a 3-win, 1-loss record. With 2 losses, and India are still winless after 4 games of qualification. But that's not without hope for India, as this new look qualification structure for the 2019 FIBA World Cup provides them with a huge opportunity to get back into this, as teams will for the first time go through a full qualification process to earn their right. In Asia, there are 7 places up for grabs, as well as obviously the host China. And at the moment, there are 16 teams fighting it out for those spots. They'll do a round robin here in phase 1. The top 3 teams from each of the groups will head through to phase 2, where they'll join the top 3 teams of another group to form a 6-team group. And it'll be the top 3 teams from each of those 2 groups that automatically go through, as well as a best 4th place team. So plenty to play for both these teams. Jordan really have had a strong start to their qualification, and they'll want to continue that today. If they win today, they'll leave window 2 with their perfect record intact. As for Syria, they currently only hold a win over India to their names, so a win today really would boost their prospects of making it all the way through to the finals in China next year. Just having the obligatory team photos for both sides at the moment. These formalities are out the way. I'm sure we'll be very, very close to the action. So on Friday, these teams obviously had their first qualifying games of this window, and Jordan took on India at home, and they came away with a 102-88 win over India. And my goodness me, they shared the scoring around 5 players on the Jordan roster picked up double-digit points. And here are our officials for this evening's game: Mohammed Doust from Iran, Hatim Al-Harbi from Saudi Arabia, and Sagi Ganbari Amanadab. And that's he's from Iran. So there are our officials for this evening's game. They'll be making sure that everything goes according to plan. And we're now just awaiting the team introductions, and Syria will be first to be introduced to the crowd here in Amman. And they're relatively new to the international scene, only really been present in major tournaments for just under 20 years, but across that time they've slowly grown and developed into a respectable basketball nation. Includes an 11th place finish in the Asian Championships back in 2011, when they took wins from Indonesia, the United Arab Emirates and Uzbekistan. Syria have taken 1 win from their 3 games, and that came against India in Bengaluru, and their other 2 games were losses to the Lebanon, and also a loss to the team they faced today, Jordan. That game was a very one-sided affair, as Jordan ran away 109-72 winners. I'm certain Syria will have learnt an awful lot from that game, and they'll be determined for history not to repeat itself this evening. They do have some changes to their roster that could potentially impact that as well. The addition of the naturalised player Justin Hawkins will have an impact on that. And the crowd here in the Prince Hamza Arena is slowly growing, as you can see people pouring into the arena, and this new structure for international basketball really has grabbed the attention and the imaginations of the fans around the world, as we've seen numerous arenas selling out for these qualifiers, and thousands upon thousands of basketball fans enjoying all the action. So now we're just about to have the Jordan team introduced to the crowd, and I'm sure we'll hear the noise levels rise. And as you can hear, the crowd showing their appreciation already. It's really hard though on the Jordan side to pick out an individual player. Jordan historically probably the strongest team within Group C, alongside obviously the Lebanon. And their first 3 games really enforces that. They've had a comfortable win over India on Friday, but before that in window 1, they were run close by Lebanon, only winning that one by 4. But they'll have confidence heading into today's game against Syria, as they obviously romped past them back in November. And they'll be hoping that they don't just replicate that result, but also the performance they had that day, as it was a huge team effort. So Jordan sit comfortably on top of the table with 3 wins, no losses to their name, which means they must kind of have half an eye on the next phase of qualification. But the thing to point out is every single result from this first phase will be carried forward to the second phase. So there are no dead rubbers, there are no nights off for these guys. Every game is a must-win game. And I'm sure the coaching staff, both Syria and Jordan, have made their team fully aware of that situation, and that they must go to work from the opening tip to the final buzzer in every single game that they face. So we're now just a few minutes away from the opening tip here at the Prince Hamza Arena in Amman, and we're waiting for the final player introduction there of Musa Alawadi. He hears the crowd cheer him on. But before we get to the opening tip, we'll have the national anthems for both countries, and first will be the national anthem of Syria.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of Syria. الجمهور الكريم الرجاء الوقوف للنشيد الوطني السوري.
Wonderful renditions of both national anthem there, wonderfully respected by the crowd in the Prince Hamza Arena in Amman. And the usual formalities of players exchanging gifts prior to the start of the game been completed, and that takes us one step closer now to the start of the game here. But first, let's have a look at the Syrian roster, and it really is hard to look past Justin Hawkins. He put up a mammoth 24 points against Lebanon on Friday. Didn't feature last time Syria met Jordan, so it could be a big impact tonight in this game. Alongside him, you'd have to look at Maddenley. He'll be hoping to build on his impressive 13.6 rebound and 7 assist stat line from Friday's encounter for Lebanon. Here is your starting 5. Al-Hamwi, Osh, Ali, Hawkins and Maddenley will be the 5 that Syria take to the court with. One thing to assure, the Syrian roster will have to work hard as a unit if they're to leave this arena with the win today. And Jordan are looking pretty strong in this qualification process, and here's the Jordanian roster for you. And the triple threat of Hussein, Tucker and Abdeen are hard to ignore. They poured in a combined 55 points on Friday against India, and that backcourt duo of Kane and Tucker even more effective, as they are happy to share the ball. And here's your starting 5, Abdeen, Hussein and Tucker. There's your trio. And Alawadi and Al Hamarashe. That's the starting 5 for Jordan, and as I say, that trio really is quite impressive, and Hussein has become a bit of a figure in the paint for Jordan, so expect him to really go after the boards and work hard on the interior side of the Jordanian game. Final thoughts now on both benches. As coach Veselin Matic for Syria will be making sure his team are fully focused and not distracted by the raucous crowd here. And coach Sam Douglas for Jordan will be making sure that his team are fully focused and ready to go to battle. They don't want to slip up now. They're so close to leaving the second window with a perfect 4-0 start to their qualification. And they want to put on a show and entertain the crowd here in Amman. Remember, if you've been enjoying all the World Cup action across these qualification windows, and you want to share it with your friends on social media, please do. There's plenty of highlights out there for you guys to share. And if you do, make sure you use hashtag #ThisIsMyHouse. Let's get these World Cup qualifiers trending across the world on all social media platforms. And if you want even more World Cup qualifier action and you can't wait for the next window to start, make sure you download the World Cup app. It's available on both Android and Apple, so there's no excuse for you guys not to download it to your devices. It will bring you all the latest news and views and all the stats you can manage, as well as my favorite, all the highlight videos from all the games. So make sure you download the FIBA World Cup app today. So both teams now coming to the floor, ready for the opening tip. Al-Hamarashe there, just getting his hands on the ball. Some players superstitious, they want to touch the ball before the game starts, and it appears Al-Hamarashe is one of those players. And we're now just moments away from the opening tip, and it'll be interesting to see the impact Justin Hawkins has for Syria. As I say, a recently naturalised player for the Syrians, and didn't appear in that first game, where obviously Jordan took the considerable win over Syria. So could he be the difference tonight and help Syria across the line for the win? We have 40 minutes of action ahead of us, so we'll wait and see. Going up for the tips will be Al-Hamwi. And Jordan will start in possession of the ball. Dar Tucker now at the top. He'll shoot the three. Comes up short on that one. Rebound comes down to Alawadi. He'll shoot the three. He comes up short as well. 2 early attempts there from Jordan from the perimeter. Show some confidence to get the perimeter shots up early. Ball now goes into the low post, and that's a tough move by Al-Hamwi. Couldn't get it to go, but Syria will rotate the ball back round, and Manley now. Oh, nice little step back move. He can't get it to go, and Al-Hamwi can't get the rebound, and Jordan will come away with it. Tucker now to Abdeen inside. That's an easy 2 points for Mohamed Hussein to start the game. And Jordan scoring is underway. Jordan are a slightly undersized team, as you can see from Al-Hamwi working his way down, towering over the Jordanians. But inside goes Hawkins. He can't get that to go, and Jordan now will bring it back the other way in the hands of Tucker. Tucker uses the screen from Hussein, floats it to the basket. That's an easy 2 for Dar Tucker. Syria are going to have to play a lot closer to him. They can't give him that space that close to the basket, otherwise he will punish them. Alosh now moves the ball to the wing to Mandalay, and he's fouled as he tries to drive past Alawadi, and it's the first foul of the game. And you can hear the atmosphere here in the arena. It's got a nice buzz to it as the home crowd are hoping to see their team pick up yet another win. Mandalay now to Alosh. Cross over his man, loses Abdeen, floats inside and has to skip the ball back out to Hawkins. Oh, nails the 3, string music for Justin Hawkins. They'll need plenty more of those this evening from him. Abdeen now. Trying to find a lane to the basket. Little sidestep. Uses his body well into Hussein, and it's going to be called for a 3-second violation. Abdeen just taking a little bit too long to feed the ball to the big man in the paint. And the officials on the money there with the call. Alosh now advances it for Syria, and there's a Jordanian player on the floor. It's Tucker who's taken a tumble, and it's now out to Alosh. He's off target with that attempt, and Jordan collect the rebound. Abdeen now to the corner to Al-Hamar Shea, and he can't get it to go, but he's fouled as he drives to the hole. Yeah, easy call for the officials there. And Marche is at the line, can't connect with the first, but back for the second. %, from the line on his first trip. Ball now with Mandalay, and he's thrown it away, and it's picked up by Jordan. In Abdeen for 3. He's short with that one, and Syria will grab the rebound. It's not been a fluid start to the game so far. Jordan looked quite confident, but Syria are willing to scrap and fight hard for their rebounds. Here's Hawkins now, pulls up for the long 2. Off the back of the iron and out, and once again, Jordan will get out at the races with this one. Floats inside, can't get the 2 to go. Alawadi there off target, but Jordan are gonna retain possession with a baseline ball. Marche gives it to Abdeen. Abdeen now inside, tough move. Oh, doesn't get the drop, but the foul is called on Sheikh Ali, and claims his innocence, but that's going to send Abdeen to the line for 2 shots. Abdeen absolutely integral to this run of wins that Jordan are on. He's averaging 14 points a game and 5 assists. Yet to miss a 3 throw. Pretty much could have guaranteed you that would have jinxed him. That's his first miss in the qualifiers, but playing over 25 minutes a game and leading not just as the point guard, but really part of the heart and soul of this team. He controls the tempo and the emotion of the team. And Jordan apply a press now, and it's intercepted by Tucker. 2-on-1 break, and he's fouled as he goes strong to the basket. Foul called on Alosh, and Tucker will go to the line for 2. Tucker, obviously the naturalised player for Jordan, leading them in scoring, 21.7 points a game, and an explosive player that is really focused, putting the ball in the bucket. Waiting for a couple of issues to be clarified with the officials table at the moment before we can proceed to Dar Tucker's 2 free throws. As I said earlier, this is the final game in the Asia qualifiers here in the second window of qualification for the FIBA 2019 World Cup in China, and it has been a great window of qualification. It looks like we might have some form of issue with whistles. Potentially might be a whistle in the crowd that are distracting players, so they're looking to find a whistle with a different tone. Looks like we are happy where we are now, and we're ready to proceed with the game. Tucker at the line for 2 shots, looking to extend the Jordanian lead out. That was Alosh's first foul. Third team foul though for Syria already. We're only just shy of 3.5 minutes into the game here. And if Jordan hold a high shooting percentage from the free throw line, that might cause Syria some problems. Connect with both his shots, really is a sign of a offensive threat, someone that can convert from the line as well. And Hawkins now advances it over the half for Syria. Comes back to Alosh, to Mandalay and back. Offensive foul called there on Al-Hamwi. Moving screen as Abdeen tried to dive over the screen, but Al-Hamwi was moving, so that's an offensive foul. Fourth team foul of the quarter. His first foul though, the big man for Syria. An unbelievable 2 meters 20 tall, really does tower over everyone else. Here's Hussein for the long two, he's short. And Alosh grabs the rebound. To Mandalay, he's given it up straight away, my goodness me, simple mistake there by Mandalay. And here's Tucker for distance. Off left with that one, and Al-Hamwi is fighting so hard for the rebound. The big man wants the ball, and he's fouled. Be a Syrian ball on the baseline. Here's a replay, and Al-Hamwi goes up against everyone. And my goodness me, he's almost pulled poor old Al-Hamashi's arm out of its socket there. Now with Hawkins, who comes back to the top, being guarded by Tucker. To the corner, nice little ball movement by Mandalay. Now to Bakar for three, can't get it to go. And that's a shot clock violation. Can't quite get it off in time. And Abdeen will go to the bench for Jordan as Kanan comes in for his first taste of the action today. And it's almost instantly stolen away from him. Very quick hands there by Sharif Alosh. Alosh had a tough game against Lebanon on Friday night. Failed to register a single point. Only had 3 attempts at the basket and only 1 assist. Not the best career night for him, but here Jordan and ball in the hands of Al-Awadi, and he can't get it to go, so Syria come back the other way. Alosh now to Bakar and to Hawkins, and Jordan move into a 2-3 zone, which we've seen an awful lot of in this qualification window, but that's a travelling violation by Anthony Bakar. And as I was saying, it seems to be a trend in these international games for teams to almost hold in their back pocket a cheeky little 2-3 zone, change things up, force the other team to alter their offense. And well, it seems interesting to see how it plays out here. Kanan now. And, Hussein comes across to set the screen, and they float inside reasonably easy, but Al-Awadi can't quite connect with it. And here comes Hawkins, coast to coast. And contested layup, couldn't get it to go. He gives the referee the eyes, but no help there from the officials. Al-Awadi now, a little bit too heavy, and the scrappy start to the game continues. We're well over 5.5 minutes in here, and Jordan lead this 8-3. Neither team stamping their authority on this game in Amman, and maybe the nerves are slightly getting to both teams here. Mandalay now goes inside to Al-Hamwi. Al-Hamwi, little right hand floater, bit too heavy on that one, and the iron spits it back out. Long shot going up. Can't get it to go though, and Hussein with the rebound. Oh, goes for the and-1 play, but it rolls out. He will get the trip to the line for 2 shots. It's always an interesting battle when you watch the battle between Hussein and Al-Hamwi. Obviously Hussein giving up an awful lot of height to Al-Hamwi. Al-Hamwi stands at 2 meters 20, whilst Hussein is a 2 meters and 5, so a 15 centimeter differential. And there are advantages and disadvantages to being either player, and I suppose the key really is making the most of those advantages whilst minimising the issues it may cause you. And Hussein there with some quick footwork and some hustle manages to get the better of Al-Hamwi. Hawkins now with the rebound and gives it up to Alosh. Syria slightly slow at the moment, but Bakar's going to change things there. Comes back to Hawkins. Oh, nice change of direction. Pulls up for a short two and gets it to go. Justin Hawkins so far the only Syrian player to be on the score sheet. Bear in mind, we've played over 6.5 minutes of basketball now here. Ball inside to Hussein, short corner two, and he drops it easily there. That was a training court jumper for Hussein. No contest at all from the Syrians. Alosh now to Bakar, and they're moving the ball around the top quite well, but another offensive foul called on Al-Hamwi. That's 2 moving screens, and you can see the disappointment from his teammates. Maddenly now trying to point out to him that he needs to be stationary, but it's going to be taken out of his hands as Al-Hamwi goes to the bench, and in his planes comes Hani Adrib. So sideline ball now for Jordan, and Abu Hawass inbounds it to Tucker. Jordan will be reasonably happy as 3 minutes left on the first quarter clock. Tucker plows into Hawkins. He's lucky not to get a charge, but he gets a 3. That's a double bonus there for Dar Tucker. It looked like an offensive foul. Officials didn't call it. And he makes full advantage of it and hits the 3. Out to a 9-point lead now for Jordan. And Maddenley for 3. He quickly replies exactly what Syria needed. They can't afford to let Jordan get away from them, and that's a big shot from Maddenley. That's his first score of the night. Tucker now trying to find the pass inside, and he does to Hussein, but Hussein's got 3 players around him and drops his shoulder. Makes it a little bit too obvious for the officials, and that's going to be an offensive foul called on Hussein. So Mohammed Hussein pleading his innocence with the officials, but it's pretty clear. He needed to go straight up, and that could be a big call as Hussein picks up his 2nd foul. He's obviously part of the big impact trio for Jordan, and going to the bench is going to hurt them. Syria now trailing by 6. As Alosh brings the ball up over the half, hands it off to Maddenley, goes back to the top to Bakar, to Hawkins. Syria moving the ball well here. Maddenley's found position inside. He has to skip it to the corner though. Good ball movement. Can Bakar find any space? He can't. And it's stripped away. Oh, but they've got it back. Oh, the easy lay-in for Maddenley though goes short, and Jordan will come away with it. Almost thrown away there by Abu Wazania, and comes out to Tucker, who sensibly slows it down. A long 3 from Tucker. Too much on that one, but the little man Abdeen gets the rebound, and he's blocked as he goes to the basket by Adrib, and Syria will come away with it. Bakar to the basket for 2. Anthony Bakar, good move there. Draws the contact on the body and holds his form for the 2. Jordan's lead is down to just 4 points with 1 minute 17 left in the first quarter. And Jordanian head coach Sam Douglas wants to talk that over with his team, so he's called a timeout. Going into this game, Jordan obviously holding a perfect record, 3 wins, no losses. While Syria just 1 win to their name. That was against India, picked up 2 losses, 1 against Lebanon and 1 against Jordan. So at the moment, as things stand, Lebanon are actually top of the group with 3 wins, 1 loss. No matter what happens today, Jordan will go back to the top of the group after today's game. They're obviously hoping it will be with a perfect 4-0 record, but even if they go 3-1, due to their head-to-head win with the Lebanon, that will jump them above the Lebanon. For Syria, similar situation. The game today won't actually impact where they sit in the table. If they win it, they'll go to a 2-win, 2-loss record, which will keep them in 3rd. If they lose it, they'll go to a 1-win, 3-loss record, which will also keep them in 3rd place. But this group's shaping up nicely as both teams go into what will be the business end of qualification here in the first phase. There's your rebounding battle between the two. Pretty close at the moment, although Jordan seems to be working the offensive boards pretty well. Running a weave at the top, and it's stolen away, and Bakar will come away on the fast break. Always going to be difficult. Hawkins grabs the rebound though. He's off to the left. Oh, what a putback in there. Strong move by Dreeb. Didn't give up on it and gets the cheeky soft touch with the right hand. Abdeen uses the horns motion. Oh, and they get fortunate there as the ball squirts away, and Abu Wazani is the lucky recipient of that one, and he'll take the 2 off the glass. Back up to a 4-point lead for Jordan. Madenly now to Bakar, and their final 30 seconds here of the first quarter. Alosh now goes inside. Nothing quite there. Back out to Alosh. Drives strong. Good defense there by Jordan. Abdeen will lead the break. 2-on-1 break. Abdeen draws the contact, but that's again good defense by Syria. Both teams playing some really strong defense. Almost textbook defense. Madenly to Hawkins. Off right, off left with that one, and wait to see the call from the officials. It's end of the quarter here though. That's going to be after the buzzer, and an exciting first quarter action here in Amman. Not high scoring, but we finished the first quarter. Jordan 16, Syria 12. And I think we've seen the flavour of the game here. It's going to be a tough battle. No easy baskets given in this one. 30 more minutes of action still to come. Welcome back to Amman for this World Cup qualifier between Jordan and Syria. There's your shooting stats so far. Syria have hit a couple of big shots from downtown, whilst Jordan are not really finding their form from the perimeter. They really have battled inside, also done their damage from the free throw line so far. After 10 minutes, Jordan lead this one 16-12, and the scoreline tells you a lot. No basket is being given up easily here in Amman. Both these teams are battling hard for every point, and they're not stepping down from the challenge. The crowd here in Amman have joined the first 10 minutes. And if Jordan can continue in similar vein, I'm sure they'll be happy for the next 30 minutes. As Jordan at the moment sit with a perfect 3-0 record here in Group C. And they'll be hoping to leave this second qualification window with that perfect record intact. But here we are in Amman at the Prince Hamza Arena, ready for the second quarter of action to get underway. Mandali now will look to inbound the ball. And he does to Dreeb. Dreeb quickly turns the corner. Smart move, and no calls from the official on that one. Just good defense, and Abdeen will come away with the ball for Jordan. And Al-Amarche, little two-man game between him and Abu Wazani. And no joy there with the jumper. Deeb will give the ball up to Hawkins. Hawkins now puts it out of bounds and looks across to his teammate Bakar as if he should have been in the corner where he was passing him the ball. Not too sure that's right, but Hawkins obviously new to this Syrian team, so still bedding in, no doubt, trying to find his form, understand his teammates. It takes time for the team dynamic to gel when new players are introduced. But Jordan will have the ball on the baseline. And then bring it up over the half, sorry. And hands it off to Abdeen. Abdeen now to Abu Hawas, and Jordan being very patient on the offensive end. And there's your jumper for Al-Awadi, and he nails it. Big three for Musa Al-Awadi. And that extends the Jordanian lead out to 7. Mandalay now calling for the screen, but passes it away before the screen gets there. Deeb will use the screen though for Adreeb, and he'll get the 2 as he slices to the basket. And Jordan will come back with the ball. That's Adreeb's second score of the game, and Jordan are trying to find the weakness. Abdeen for 3, hits the 3 and he's fouled. That's a big, big shot from Nahad Abdeen. He'll go to the line for the extra chance to put a point on their total. Great defense and, great offense and poor defense there by Yanis Deeb. Stepped out from him. Here we see beautiful form. He shapes up, finds himself some space and pulls the trigger on a big 3. Can't get the extra 1 though, and Hawkins pulls down the rebound for Syria. Deeb now looking to progress it up over the half. He's being chased down. Can they take advantage? Oh, Deeb was open for the 3, didn't take it. Hawkins will though. A little bit heavy on that one, and the battle for the rebound is won by Maddenley, and beautiful play. Nice heads up play by Maddenley, who finds Hani Adreeb, who connects with the 2. That's 6 points for him. He's finding a form in the paint, getting easy scores for Syria. Al-Awadi now to Abdeen. Nice ball movement to Abba Hawass. Abdeen goes past Deeb. Deeb just opened up the lane for him there. Yanis Deeb has got to be a lot smarter with how he's playing the game so far. Abdeen at the moment is schooling him. Deeb now calling the offense for Syria and hands it off to Maddenley. Maddenley floats inside, comes back out to Deeb. Deeb trying to find some space, pulls the trigger on a long 2. A bit too much on that one, but the rebound once again will come for Adreeb, and he gets the 2 and the foul. He'll go to the line for the 3 throw. He's come to play today. Hani Adreeb already up to 8 points. Huge game for him in this opening phase. Under 10 minutes played and causing serious issues for Jordan inside. So much so, Hussein has checked back into the game. He's on 2 fouls and they were trying to keep him out of harm's way, but Jordan have felt they need him in the game. Missed free throw, but Maddenley grabs the rebound and puts the 3 up. Can't get it to go, and Tucker with the Jets brings it up the court to Al-Awadi, and he's short with the lay-in. But he's fouled, so he'll get his chance to make amends from the 3 throw line. Here's Tucker, beautiful heads-up play, little shovel pass to Al-Awadi, and huge amount of contact there from the Syrian defenders, so no wonder he missed that one. Bakar was called for that foul. That's his first foul, and first foul of the quarter as well for Syria. Misses a second, but Tucker's there to grab the rebound. Goes inside, it's knocked away by Adreeb. It's still going to be a Jordanian ball though on the baseline. As changes are made, and Gilalati comes into the game for Syria. As does Al-Haddad. Abdeen now moves the ball well around the perimeter. He gets it to go. That's a huge, huge shot for Jordan. That takes their lead up to 10. First double-digit lead, and Hawass connects from outside. Hawkins now to Adreeb. Adreeb's come out. That's not where he's made the biggest impact so far. He hands it off to Al-Haddad and back to Hawkins. Adreeb posting up. Hawkins shoots an almost impossible 3. But he gets the luck of the glass, and it's in off the backboard for 3. Hawass goes strong to the basket. Doesn't get it a drop, but draws the foul, and Abu Hawass terrorizing Syria on back-to-back offenses. Here's the 3 from Hawkins. Abdeen can't do much more on the defensive end than that. And if I was Justin Hawkins, I think I might go and buy a lottery ticket after the game, because your luck is in today. Abu Hawass now at the line. Doesn't connect with the first. And serious encroachment in the free-throw lane there, but the officials let it go. Maddenley now gives it up to Hawkins. Hawkins pulls up for the long two. A little bit too much weight on that one. The battle for the rebounds is going to be won by Dar Tucker, who once again wants to get out and run. Oh, beautiful play by Dar Tucker, and he enjoyed that play as much as the crowd did. Really putting some pace behind the ball. Every time he's getting it, he's advancing the ball up the floor so quickly, causing Syria plenty of problems. Nice little move into the paint. Draws the foul and keeps his composure. Gets the two to go. And a chance to convert it to a three-point play. And the crowd are on their feet for that one, and there's a timeout called off the back of that by Coach Veselin Matic for Syria. He wants to talk things over with his team. As Jordan sit in a commanding 30-21 lead at the moment. As I said, this is a big game for both these teams. Jordan want to keep their unbeaten record alive, whilst Syria will be keen to pick up their second win here of qualification. As you can see, Syria not getting to the line at all, but Jordan really drawing the fouls. They're not converted very well from the line, only 46%. Coach Douglas will be hoping that that increases as the game progresses. Syria will be keen to leave this qualification window with 2 wins under their belt, and they really are trying to make history in what is a tough time in Syria. It's obviously been a tough 7-8 years within the country with all the political unrest. What the Syrian basketball team are trying to do is give a ray of hope, and this sport does on so many occasions provide hope for people and a light and enjoyment. They've never made it to the World Cup finals before, but the Syrian team they've put together here are absolutely determined and so proud to wear their national jersey and fight for that first ever berth at the World Cup finals next year in China. But in front of them here tonight is a very tough indeed Jordanian team, and none more so than Dar Tucker, who converts from the line, and it's back up to a 10-point lead now for Jordan with a little over 6 minutes left in this second quarter. Adreeb now, nice pass, but it's great defense, but it's not enough defense to stop Tarek Al-Jabi. Connects with the two, and I have to agree with him. I wonder where the call was there. There was a huge amount of body contact. But the officials seem to be letting more of a physical encounter here today. Al-Haddad is all over Abdeen there. Tucker now with the ball going up against Hawkins. An interesting personal battle here, Dar Tucker versus Hawkins, and Tucker gets the better of him there. He's up to 12 points personal, and he's really enjoying the game so far. Al-Haddad now skips it to Maddenley. Nice pass to the baseline. Oh, that's a beautiful move. Skips inside, but a little bit too much from Al-Jabi on the right-hand floater, and Abu Hawass will come away with the ball for Jordan. Al-Awadi now pulls the trigger on the three. Too much on that one, but who is it? It's Dar Tucker for another two. Unstoppable, that man. He is feeling it here today in Amman, and Prince Hamza Arena is showing their appreciation. He's up to 14 points. He's yet to miss a field goal. Strong drive inside by Al-Jabi and gets the two, and this is the important thing for Syria. They can't let the scoreboard stop ticking over for them. Even if Jordan are finding the scores, they have to match them while they can. If they let them pull away, it's going to be a long, long night. Abu Hawass out to Abdeen. He floats inside, skips his way to the basket, moves it back out now to Al-Awadi, who hands it over to Adreeb though, and Syria get the turnover ball. Al-Haddad now. Al-Jabi back to Hawkins. Bit of composure here from Syria. Oh, strong move, can't get it to go. Oh my Lord, that's a big move from Maddenley, but couldn't quite convert. And these are the small differences in the game that are going to make a big difference overall. We're just having a debate at the moment whose possession it's going to be. It looks like it's going to go to Jordan, as they'll make a change with Al-Hamarash coming back into the game, I think, just confirming some changes. That's a final warning from the officials to the Syrian bench with regards to making comments. Next time they voice their opinions to the officials too loudly, that's going to cost them a technical foul. Ball now on the baseline with Al-Awadi. Al-Awadi. Al-Hamashe, easy two for him. Sorry, that was Abu Wazania. And the long pass. Oh, tried to catch the Jordanians asleep, but Al-Jabi can't quite convert. Tucker for three. Oh, he's short with that one. He's certainly feeling it tonight, though. Plenty of confidence. He's not lacking in that department, Dar Tucker. Jordan dropped into a matchup zone, do they? Nope, they're playing straight up man. Al-Haddad now to Hawkins. Hawkins trying to get to the basket, loses his footing, tries to get a pass away. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. Smart move really by Al-Haddad there, not picking the ball up, otherwise he'd have obviously given up the possession earlier. And a couple of changes as Adrib goes to the bench for Syria. He's leading them with 8 points as Al-Hamwi comes back in. The big man obviously picked up 2 offensive fouls early on, so had to go to the bench. I'll be hoping he produces more in his second stint on the floor. Abu Hawass to the floor, and he's being absolutely harassed by Tariq Al-Jabi, not giving an breathing space there, but the foul is called, and Syria already enough team fouls, so that will send Abu Hawass to the line for 2 shots. 2:59 left here in the second quarter, and Jordan hold a reasonably strong lead, 37 to Jordan, 25 to Syria. And it really has been the story of Dar Tucker so far. He's got 14 points and 2 boards, shooting 5 from 9 from the field. In the 13 minutes of action for him, he really has been the heartbeat of the Jordanian team. And Abu Hawass adds to that total, and you feel like Jordan are just starting to creep a little bit too far away from Syria. They want a big 3 minutes of basketball before the half-time break to bring this one back in. Al-Haddad now. Al-Jabi, back to Al-Haddad. Nice spin move to the basket, good ball movement. Al-Jabi drives inside, but has to hand it straight off to Jordan, and Dar Tucker comes back the other way, and that's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul called on Al-Jabi. And that's the subjective nature of the unsportsmanlike foul. He's saying it's slightly excessive in the foul that he's caused, and he's tried to stop the break. Tough call for Al-Jabi there, but understandable why the officials have made that decision. Let's have a look at the replay to see if we can see it clearer. Yeah, he's not really even made a play at the ball. It's an easy call for the officials in the end, so Dar Tucker will go to the line to see if he can increase his personal tally as well as the team's tally, and he can. That's the first of his 2 connected, and obviously Jordan will get the ball on the side as well. You're up to a 15-point lead now for Jordan. They really are starting to command this game fully. Gets the second to rattle home. It'll be a sideline ball now for Jordan. As Bakar will come into the game for Syria, and Al-Haddad will go to the bench. Al-Awadi now pulls for the 3. Oh, beautiful shot by Musa Al-Awadi. That's some confidence for you. That's his second 3 of the night. 7 points for him. 19-point lead now for Jordan. They're really starting to open this one up. Hawkins, Al-Hamwi with a screen and rolls to the basket, but Hawkins holds on to it, floats inside, can't get the 2 to go. You have a feeling that if Syria are going to get back into this one. It's going to be on the shoulders of Justin Hawkins. He had a huge night on Friday against Lebanon. It wasn't enough to get Syria the win, but he did walk out with 24 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steal performance. Maddenly now goes inside, skips it to the corner. Nice ball movement here by Syria. Hawkins to the basket, strong, and he's fouled as he draws contact. Gets himself back to the line, and that's going to be the third team foul of the quarter for Jordan with a little under 2 minutes left on the clock. And it was a smart move by Hawkins, with only 3 seconds remaining on the shot clock. He had to force the action a little bit and force the action in a clever way. But he does need to hit those 3 throws. Syria are in desperate need of some points. Back at the line for his second. And the battle under the basket for the rebound before it's even shot continues between Al-Hamwi and Abu Wazani. And that's a timeout called here in Amman, and we're coming to the closing stages here of this second quarter, and Jordan really have opened up a lead now. They lead this one by 18, 44-26, and Syria need to make a bit of a push in the closing stage of this second quarter. They won't want to go into the locker room with such a big deficit to have to overcome in the second half, and you can see Coach Matic there. He's well traveled, he's coached across the world, obviously specialized in Asian teams in particular, former head coach of Lebanon. Had success there, and he's hoping to have success in Syria. You're not going to get much more of an experienced coach than him. But so far, it's plays like that from Alawadi. Going into Dar Tucker, who's primarily led them, but Alawadi's hit some threes as well. As you see here, beautiful form, nice and controlled. It's plays like that that mean that Jordan at the moment hold a very commanding lead. And they do really look like they're going to slip into cruise control gear soon if Syria don't step up the intensity from their side. Abu Hawass will come to the baseline to inbound the ball to Abdeen for Jordan to get things underway again. Now Osh is back on the floor for Syria. Abdeen now calling the offense, waiting for the screens. A little bit of confusion for the Jordanian team at the moment, and a big 3 is put up by Abu Hawass, and a great scramble under the basket by Abu Wazani, and the ball comes back out to Tucker. Syria now sitting in their own zone, and it quickly falls apart. No, it doesn't. That's a great interception by Al-Osh, and Abdeen's called for the foul. And I understand why Al-Osh is asking for the unsportsmanlike, because there didn't seem to be much of a play at the ball by Abdeen there. Let's have a look at that one again. Not really. It's not overly aggressive, though. It's just a slight contact foul, so you can understand that. Tough move there by Bakar, and it goes inside to Al-Hamwi with the one-handed flush. Just pivoted, and it just opened up for him. His footwork gave him the open look, and that's his first points of the game for the big man. Abdeen now at the top to Tucker. Jordan just taking their time now as Syria's 1-3-1 defense, almost a matchup defense. That could have been a foul called on Hawkins as he plowed into Abdeen on the shooting attempt. Hawkins now drives the baseline against Tucker, and Tucker reaches in. Gives up the foul to Justin Hawkins. He'll go to the line for 2 more shots. Really is an interesting, almost one-on-one battle here between the 2 naturalized players. Dar Tucker for Jordan and Justin Hawkins for Syria. At the moment, Tucker's got the better of it. He's on 16 points, 2 rebounds, whilst Hawkins at the moment is on 9 points, 4 boards, 1 assist. Hope to add to that now. Can't get the first to go. Oh, the second, and the free throw shooting has been absolutely woeful from Syria. Less than 25% from the line. Alawadi now, he feeds it inside to Abu Wazani, and he can't hold on to it. And Syria will be grateful for the extra possession with 30 seconds left on this second quarter clock. It's about a 7-8 second differential between game clock and shot clock. Alosh now to Hawkins. Goes inside, nice move inside. That's a strong play by Maddenley, and that's an important 2 points for Syria. That brings the deficit down to 14 points. Syrians will be hoping they can hold Jordan off here. Abdeen now goes inside, tries to pick his way to the basket. That's a tough move off the glass. Now Hamwi will grab the rebound. Will they get the shot off in time? No, they won't, but a foul has been called. And that foul's called on Tucker. If it's before the final buzzer, that will send Maddenley to the line for 2 shots. Or are they saying the game clock had expired? No, they're saying it was before the buzzer, and Maddenley there is fouled by Dar Tucker. So Maddenley will go to the line for 2 shots and has the opportunity to bring it down to just 12 points. This really would be a bonus for Syria heading into the locker room. They're just checking the TV footage now to see if the foul was before the expiration or not. I'm not sure how they're going to get that from that angle. They'll have to look at it at a different angle where they can see a clock in the same shot. You can see they're asking for the other camera angle to be shown so the officials can actually see a game clock as well. I think, it looked like the red lines was on the backboard, so I think that will be an expiration of the game clock before the foul. They need to go back to the angle they just had a second ago where you could just see the edge of the backboard. And just explaining the angles they've got, so wait for the officials' verdict on this one. And they're saying they've got one more camera angle for him to look at. They want to make it right, and it really does show every basket is important. And here you go. Looks like it may have been after the clock expired. No, that is after the clock expired for the second quarter. So we have reached half-time here in the Prince Hamza Arena in Amman. And at the moment, Jordan hold a commanding 44-30 lead over Syria. The unbeaten Jordanian team are 20 minutes away from keeping their perfect record alive, whilst the Syrian team have plenty of work to do in the third and fourth quarter if they want to leave with the win. And you have to give a hat tip here really for Dar Tucker. He's led the way for Jordan. He's got 16 points to his name, whilst leading things for Syria is Justin Hawkins with 9 points. Syria have had phases of possession where they've shown some real quality here, but they need to string those phases together in prolonged periods of action if they're going to walk away with the win. 20 more minutes of action left here in this qualification window in Group C of the Asia Zone qualification for the 2019 FIBA World Cup. Remember, that's what these teams are here for. They're here battling for their trip to the 2019 World Cup finals in China at the end of August and into September next year. Every basket, every game counts in this qualification process, and at the moment Jordan are in full control. They lead this one 44-30 over Syria. A huge 20 minutes of action still to come here in the Prince Hamza Arena in Amman. Make sure you come back for the third and fourth quarters of what is likely to be electrifying international basketball action.
562 562 موجود هو نفسه في عندنا واحد غشاش، شو بنحكي له؟ غشاش مش رقمه الاولاني 1170. طيب بناخذ كمان تكت، سوري بناخذ كمان رقم، سوري رقم 1969 1969 1969 موجود. 1969 وين؟ وين؟ 1969 1969 تفضل مبروك. لو سمحتوا رجاء ممنوع التدخين نهائيا. رجال الامن راح يضطروا بعد اذنكم انه يخلوا اي شخص بدخن يغادر القاعه او يغادر الملعب. لو سمحتوا ممنوع التدخين نهائيا. طيب بعد جوائز اورنج في عندنا جوائز مقدمه من الترينرز جيم، عباره عن اشتراكات شهريه مجانيه، ما راح نعمل عليها سحب بس راح نشوف مين عيد ميلاده اليوم. طيب عيد ميلادك؟ تفضل معك هويلة. تفضل
Welcome back to the Prince Hamza Arena here in Amman, Jordan, where we are halfway through the World Cup qualifier between Jordan and Syria. And at the moment, Jordan are in the driving seat. They lead this one 44-30. 20 more minutes of action ahead of us here. And this game is closing out all of the Asian qualifiers here in window 2 of the World Cup 2019 qualifiers. There's some of your shooting stats for you, and it's really shown that Jordan have worked hard to get to the line and have converted reasonably well from the free throw line. Syria has struggled there, and outside of that, the statistics are reasonably similar. The one that's going to be of concern for Syria is the turnover situation. 13 turnovers in 20 minutes of basketball is a very, very high amount. And I am pretty sure that Coach Matic will have been talking to his team about the mistakes they made in that first half and how to limit them in the final 20 minutes. As for Jordan, they sit with a perfect 3-0 record so far in qualification, and you can see the confidence in the way they're playing, in particular Dar Tucker. Another big night for him. He's got 16 points so far, and he's had a big qualification round. Full stop. He's averaging over 21 points per game in the opening 3 qualification games for Jordan. He's on track to beat that average today. For Syria, they're being led by their naturalised player Justin Hawkins. This is his first qualification window for the national team. He had a big game on Friday against Lebanon. Scored 24 points, 4 boards, 2 assists and 3 steals in that one. Today he's only got 9 points to his name. We'll be hoping for a bigger second half, and so will the travel Syrian fans who you can hear in the arena. They really are making some serious noise in the Prince Hamza Arena, which is a very, very busy place today, as the local Jordanian fans are showing their appreciation for what has been an impressive performance so far by their team here in the qualifiers. Jordan currently ranked 43rd in the world, that's 7th in the Asia zone. Syria 93rd in the world, that's 16th in the Asia zone. So both these teams outside chances of making it to a podium finish in China next year. But my goodness me, that does not change how hard they are working on the hardwood. Their dream is there. Their dream is to make it to China. Their dream is to have a medal hung around their neck whilst wearing their national team jersey, and that is enough motivation for them. They are putting heart and soul onto the hardwood here in Amman today. So we're just seconds away from the start of the second half. And, another big 20 minutes of international basketball for you as we close out this qualification window in the Asia zone. And there's your man Dar Tucker, who's had a huge first half performance for Jordan. And, on the Syrian side, their naturalised player Justin Hawkins will need a career high performance, I think, in this second half to push his team on for the win. But back here in Amman, we've got 20 more minutes of action, and Sadir will get it underway by inbounding it to Alosh. Manley now back to Hawkins. Al-Hamwi sets a big screen. Hawkins to the basket, and that's the start they'll have wanted. Nice pick and roll play with the big man Al-Hamwi, and Hawkins gets the easy 2 on the finger roll on the glass. Alosh now all over Abdeen as well. They've raised the intensity on the defensive end. It's a nice pass to a wide open Al-Awadi, but he can't get it to go, and Syria will come back the other way. Manley now, oh, tough move, and it's a nice follow, and the 2 is good for Syria. Foul called. Always great to see a team with players like Jamil Sadir, who didn't give up on that one, chased it all the way down, got the put back for the 2, and the Jordanian lead is quickly down to 10 points. Jordan now, Al-Awadi tries to float inside, it's stripped away from him, and it's quickly into the hands of Alosh against Abdeen. He can't get it to go, and the fight for the rebound is won by Jordan. Whistle blown, not sure what for. Just need some clarification on what the whistle was blown for. Now Tucker has gone to the line. And it's a technical foul that's been called on Sharif Alosh. So Tucker will take the free throw and extend the lead back up to 11 points. Not a smart play there by Sharif Alosh. His team were in the ascendancy and it's taken a little bit of the wind out of their sails with the technical foul. Ball in the corner, almost knocked away, but Hussein goes to work against Al-Hamwi, and a big block by the big man Al-Hamwi. That's why he's in the team. Great rim protection. Alosh now being harassed by Abdeen. Maddenly now. Sadir into Al-Hamwi. Oh my goodness me, offensive foul there for Al-Hamwi. He swings his elbows, and that's the difficulty for the big man. For everyone else, those elbows would swing around the midriff of everyone else, but Al-Hamwi stands at 2 meters 20 tall and he's caught his defender full across the face with the elbow, so it's another offensive foul. That's the third offensive foul alone for Al-Hamwi. And more grateful that Al-Hamar has come away with no further injury from that. Tucker now almost loses possession and uses the pick and roll with Hussein. Little hustle and a hesitation. Not sure if he was throwing it off the glass for Hussein to chase down or whether that was actually a shot attempt. Either way, it's going to be a Syrian ball on the baseline, and slowly but surely as this game has progressed, the noise levels in the arena have just gradually crept up and they're now starting to tickle the eardrums quite considerably. Ball thrown away and Tucker will hand it off to Abdeen, who floats inside. Al-Hamwi tries to defend it, but it's a strong move by the Jordanian point guard, who puts the three up as well. Can't get that to go. Good defense by Tucker, forced a turnover there, but Jordan couldn't make Syria pay. But it's a 13-point lead now for Jordan. Foul is called, waiting to see what the call is, and it's going to be on Mahed Abdeen for Jordan. Ball inbounded now to Maddenly. Good ball movement here by Syria, but the Jordanian defense just keeps correcting and rotating beautifully. Hawkins takes a tough shot. There's too much on that one, and it's a big rebound by Alawadi. Brings it back the other way, pulls up for the long two himself. He's put too much on it as well, and Abdeen will slow it down for Jordan on the offensive rebound. Hussein sets a screen, Abdeen for three! Beautiful shot by Abdeen, and he points the triple at the floor. Nothing but net for Mahed Abdeen. Hawkins now. Hawkins floats to the basket, and the lane just opens up, and he caresses the ball into the hoop. Gets himself another 2 points. He's up to 13 points personal now. Alawadi pulls up at the free throw line. Is he going to get the roll? He's not this time, and Hawkins pulls down a rebound. He's absolutely everywhere at the moment, Justin Hawkins, and he's going to need to be for Syria. Sadir hands it to Hawkins, who hands it off to Maddenly. Maddenly goes inside off the glass. Can't quite connect with that one, and Tucker brings it back the other way. Little shake, crossover into the corner. Abdeen for three. Oh, another three for Mahed Abdeen. It's raining threes for the point guard here, and it's blowing things wide open at the moment as Jordan are dominating the game. Oh, you can see the reaction from the crowd. They absolutely love that one, and the Syrian head coach Veselin Matic calls a timeout to stop the rot. Jordan have been in such fine form across this qualification process. Every single game they've turned up and played some beautiful basketball. They lead this one by 17, 53 to Jordan, 36 to Syria. A little over 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter, and Syria really are on the back foot now. They're going to have a huge 15 minutes of basketball to turn this one around. as you'd expect, the head coach for Jordan, Sam Douglas, is quite happy with the performance. He knows his team are on their road potentially to protecting their perfect record, and it really is on the back of the 1-2 punch of Tucker with 17 points and Mahed Abdeen with 14 points. Those two really have been unstoppable. It's a backdoor duo that the majority of the teams in the Asian zone are envious of. Abdeen really controls the tempo and the pace at the point guard position, and Tucker is just an offensive juggernaut. Syria now will want to chip away at this lead very quickly. Hawkins with the ball at the top. Al-Hamwi with the screen. Hawkins floats inside right hand. Soft touch, not soft enough. Grabs his own offensive rebound though and brings it back out. It's stolen away. Hussein intercepts the pass. And Abdeen cleverly slows it down and gets the offense set up for Jordan. Tucker now. Hussein's going to get called for the offensive foul. Easy one for the officials to call there as Maddenley had made a stand and Hussein just ploughed through him. Yeah, Hussein there wanted to draw the contact, probably didn't want to knock Maddenley to the floor, but he did, and the foul is called, so Syria will get control of the game. Sadir now, back to Maddenley. Again, Syria moved the ball well around the perimeter, but there's nothing happened on the interior. Maddenley now skips it to the corner. Al-Haddad can't get it to go, but a fight of the rebound by Sadir, and Al-Hamwi will come away ultimately with a rebound, but that one has to be chalked down to a huge hustle play by Jamil Sadir. He flew through the crowd to get anything on that ball. Al-Hamwi profited from it and was fouled, what looked like in the act of shooting, but the officials say no, foul on the floor. So both teams have got 3 team fouls, 4:52 left in the quarter, so likely to go into the bonus, and Syria will have the ball on the baseline. And Maddenley puts it into Hawkins, who just floats to the basket, and the lane opens wide up for Justin Hawkins. Another 2 points to his name. He's up to 15 points, and he's really warmed up here in the second half. Alawadi just nowhere near him. Tucker now slows it down. Calls for Abdeen to come up and take the ball off him. He obliges. Alawadi now fakes the 3, draws in Maddenley, pulls up at the elbow for the 2. Beautiful play there by Musa Alawadi. Nice control. Hawkins now with the ball at the top. Maddenley back out to Hawkins. Long 3 from Hawkins. A little bit too much on that one, but Sadir once again hustles for the rebound, but what a hustle play by Alawadi, who keeps it in bounds. Abdeen now puts it out to the wing. No joy there, and a big rejection by Sadir, and Syria come away with it. Hawkins fakes a 3. Loses his footing. Can he hold on to the ball? He can't. It's swiped away from him by Abu Wazani. Jordan now in control. Tucker fakes the 3, takes the 3, drains the 3. Tucker from outside, and he's up to 20 points personal. And the lead is back out once again. Jordan in full control, and the crowd here in full voice. Can they answer? They can't. Maddenley comes up short with the 3 for Syria. Jordan holding a 15-point lead. Abdeen throws that one away, but Al-Haddad has stepped out of bounds, so it's still going to be a Jordanian ball on the baseline. You can hear the crowd here in the Prims Hansa Arena loving the action they're seeing on the hardwood, and you can't really blame them. It's been a phenomenal performance so far by the Jordanian team, and in particular Dar Tucker. Such an entertaining player on the offensive end of the floor. Abu Hawass will look to inbound the ball for Jordan. As Abdeen has taken a well-deserved seat on the bench for Jordan. Baseline ball now for Abu Hawass. Goes long to Al-Awadi, almost fouled by Al-Haddad, but he gets the three off, and that's a strong rebound by Al-Hamarche, and he can't get it to go, and Syria will be fortunate to come away with this behind the back by Al-Haddad, and it comes to a drive, and he looks like he's in pain. He's hit the ground quite hard on his knee. Thankfully, he's got some padding on that right knee. Still looks a little bit uncomfortable, though. Let's have a look at the replay, and yeah, that's an easy call for the officials as Abu Wazani steps across a drive and sends him to the line for 2 shots. A drive, one of the highlights from that first half of play for Syria. He's got 8 points, 2 boards and an assist. He's 4 from 4 from the field with a little over 10 minutes under his belt. Connects with the first of his 2 free throws, and really vital free throw as well, as Jordan had got the lead out to 20 points. It's down to 19 now. Doesn't get the roll with the second, and Tucker grabs the rebound and quickly gets it out in transition. He has one thing on his mind, and that is the basket. Dar Tucker out to Al-Awadi. Oh, another big 3 for Jordan, this time from the hands of Musa Al-Awadi. And Jordan are entertaining the crowd here tonight. Oh, Al-Haddad gets a sneaky 2 in the lane as it opens up. You can hear the excitement in the arena. They're really enjoying the entertainment on show at the Prince Hamza Arena. Abu Hawass now at the top to Tucker for 3. Can't come up this time, but Hawkins can only knock it back to Tucker. Hesitation, floats inside, off the glass for another 2. Dar Tucker up to 22 points, and the Jordanian lead, funnily enough, that's up to 22 points as well. Slightly over 2 minutes left in the third quarter here. Bakar now to Hawkins, fakes a 3, little step in, little hesitation. Oh, the lane opens up for him, gets the 2. Nice move by Hawkins as he waits for that little gap to open in the defense and weaves his way to the bucket for 2 points. He's up to 17 now. But Jordan holding a very commanding 20-point lead. Al-Awadi now to Tucker, to Abu Hawass, and Jordan showing some patience, as you'd imagine. Al-Awadi can't get it to go, and Syria will come away with the rebound. Hawkins looking to take the Syrian team on his shoulders a little bit at the moment. A drive goes to the basket, and he's fouled by Abu Wazani and plows into the advertising boards, which receives some wolf whistles and some cries from the crowd here in the arena. Difficult call there on Abu Wazani. He seems to have played some strong defense there, straight up, moving back towards the basket, but adjudged to have been moving sideways, so a drive will go back to the line for 2 more shots. Hits the first and takes his personal tally up to double digits now. .108 left in this third quarter. And the capacity crowd here in Amman have enjoyed what they've seen so far. Can't get the second to go though, and Abu Wazani has corralled the rebound for Jordan. Kanan now. Al-Awadi brings it back out. Kanan fakes a 3. Baseline pass now. This is great movement by Jordan, and that's a big 3 by Abu Hawass, and doesn't get it to drop, and Hawkins grabs the rebound for Syria. Al-Haddad has it stripped away. Quick hands there by Al-Awadi, and they're out at the races. And the foul is called as Al-Hamarche goes to the line for 2 shots. 32.5 seconds left in the third quarter, and Jordan in control of this one. You can see from the face of Hawkins how frustrated he is at the moment. Al-Hamashe at the line for two. Can't hit the first. He's only got 1 point so far, yet to convert a field goal in this game. Played a little over 25 minutes, but the big impact he's had on the game has been on the boards. He's got 8 rebounds to his name. That's his second point of the game. Both of them come from the free-throw line. And the Mexican wave makes its way around the arena here in Amman as the celebrations, I think, are starting a little bit early for the Jordanian fans. 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Al-Haddad hands it off to Hawkins. About 7-second differential shot clock, Gamecock. Hawkins now floats inside, another finger roll, and another 2 points. He's up to 19 points, and you can't claim Justin Hawkins isn't doing his bit for Syria. He is contributing everything he possibly can on the offensive end, and there you go, there's a rebound on the defensive end. Oh, he looks to go for the long pass, but that's the end of the third quarter. And the score after 30 minutes of action is Jordan 64, Syria 46. Jordan fully in control of this one, and you see the smiles on the Jordanian bench. Abdeen has been an influential part of the action here in Amman. But after three quarters, 64 to Jordan, 46 to Syria. Welcome back to the Prince Hamza Arena here in Amman in Jordan for the final 10 minutes of action in Group C of the Asia Zone qualifiers for the 2019 FIBA World Cup. This is window number 2 that we're coming to the end of. And Jordan are within touching distance of finishing off with a perfect 4-win, no-loss record, while Syria are going to need to battle hard in this final 10 minutes to pick up just their second win of qualifying. Al-Awadi now on the wing with the ball, being guarded by Hawkins, uses the screen set by Hussein and pulls the trigger on a 3. It's a bit too much on that one, and a foul has been called. Feeling that's going to be on Mohammed Hussein. First team foul of the quarter. And 17 seconds gone. 18-point lead so far for Jordan, and that's in fact called on Al-Hamashe, and that's his third foul. That's going to send him to the bench. And Syria will inbound the ball. Al-Osh now to Hawkins. Being guarded by Al-Awadi. Pulls up for the long 2, difficult shot. Not on target with that one, and that was good defense there by Musa Al-Awadi. Made sure he stayed in front of Hawkins the whole time. Abdeen now. Abu Hawass drives to the basket, trying to find some space. It's come off Hawkins, so it's going to stay in the possession of Jordan. Abu Hawass to inbound. Goes long to Al-Awadi. Screen comes up from Hussein. Al-Awadi hands it off to Hussein, and travelling violation called there on Mohammed Hussein, and it's going to be a baseline ball for Syria. He's remonstrating with the officials as he hobbles his way back up the floor. A little bit of knock knee potentially as he ploughed into the Syrian defence. Alosh now. Good ball movement here again on the perimeter from Syria. Sadia to Hawkins for three. Not enough on that one, and Abu Hawass brings down the rebound. Jordan really are in control of this one, and it's for them to lose the game. Abu Hawass floats inside, left hand off the glass. Comes up short with that one, and Syria bring it back the other way. Alosh now. Back to Hawkins, to Bakar. Bakar drives inside, but the door's closed on him. Well found, though. Gets it across to the weak side, but Alosh can't make that one count, and Abdeen gets out in transition, almost stolen away there by Bakar, but it's going to stay with the Jordanian team. Substitution for Jordan as Abu Hawass goes to the bench, and their main man, Dar Tucker, comes back into the game. He's already amounted an impressive 22 points to his name. Let's see what he's got in his kit bag for the final 8 minutes, 13 seconds. Abdeen now. Al-Awadi to Hussein, to Tucker. Alosh guarding Tucker. Nice high screen from Hussein, and Tucker goes inside, and the foul is called on Hani Adraib, and he's not particularly happy with that, remonstrating with the officials, and you saw the official double take at him, effectively saying to him he needs to calm down. He can't go over the top with his disappointment at the call, and he did quickly, but that's going to send Tucker to the line for two. Build himself a nice stat line, 7 from 13 from the field, 5 boards, 3 assists. Takes him up to 23 points now. Make that 24. It's been a strong weekend for him. He put up 18 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists against India on Friday. And he's now up to 24 points here in Amman against Syria with a little over 8 minutes to play in game day 4 of Group C in the Asia qualification zone. Al-Hamwi's coming to the game for Syria now, and Jordan is sitting in the zone defense, and that's easily picked off by Dar Tucker, and Al-Hamwi's going to be called for the unsportsmanlike foul, and once again he can't believe the foul call. I'm not sure he can believe any foul call that's called against him. I think that's his 4th foul. It is. All 3 other fouls have been offensive fouls, illegal screens from Al-Hamwi. He's not been the impact player that I've hoped. Standing at 2 meters 20, you'd hope he'd be a contributing factor to Syria, but Dar Tucker connects with the free throw. It's an easy call for the officials. Al-Hamwi's really not playing at the ball. Can Tucker extend the pain? He can by connecting with the second, and Jordan will get the ball at the half as well. Tucker perfect from the line now, 10 from 10 for the night. Abdeen advances it over the half, being guarded by Al-Osh. Oh, beautiful play by Abdeen. He should have taken the shot, though. He goes to Hussein in the corner. He hasn't got it on target, and a big rebound, and another big rebound. Dar Tucker there gets the putback after Abu Wazani couldn't quite get it to go, and Tucker adds to his tally and extends the lead further for Jordan. Up to 24 points now. Hawkins inside to Al-Ham. And it's knocked away from Maddenley as he made the move, and it's going to be a sideline ball for Syria. And Alosh will inbound it to Maddenley, who shoots a 3. Oh, that's an air ball, but Hawkins will grab the air ball and punish Jordan for not boxing him out with a 2-handed jam in the paint. Well read by Justin Hawkins, and the throwdown is a sign of frustration, but there's a big 3 from the corner for Musa Al-Awadi. And no matter what Syria do, Jordan seem to top them at the moment. Bakar now to Maddenley, to Alosh. Nice skip past the Bakar. Should have caught and shot that one, but didn't quite handle it well enough. Hawkins inside. Doesn't get the two to go this time. The bucket eludes him, but he'll go to the line for 2 shots instead. That's going to be Jordan's 4th team foul of the quarter. 6:23 left to play, so I imagine Syria will be returning to the line for quite a few free throws in the closing stages of this one. Al-Hamashe comes back into the game for Jordan. Hawkins takes to the line for his 2 free throws. No good on the first, and that continues the woes from the line for Syria. They're shooting below 35% from the free throw line on the evening. Gets the second to drop. And a 24-point lead for Jordan. It's a big ask now for Syria. It's going to be a Jordanian ball as Hawkins hits the deck, and that's lovely sportsmanship there from Coach Aglas, who helps him to his feet. Let's have a look at this one again, and it's a handoff from Abdeen to Hawkins, and Hawkins goes through the legs of the Jordanian head coach there. Abdeen now to inbound the ball for Jordan into Al-Hamashe. Gives it straight back to Abdeen. Hussein wide open for the long 2. In and out with that attempt, and Hawkins grabs himself another rebound. That's up to 10 rebounds for Hawkins. That's his double-double notched up for the evening. Bakar now to Hawkins. Hawkins, nice little footwork. Al-Hamzi inside. A little bit too much on that one. Couldn't get it to go, and Al-Hamwi has really struggled this evening. Abdeen. But a little bit too much on that shot, but Jordan will grab the rebound, and Alawadi, oh my goodness me, Alawadi with another triple. He has found some form tonight, and he is up to 18 points personal. And the foul there is called on Abu Hawass as Maddenley goes to drive the baseline. Syria will make a change as Al-Hamwi will go to the bench. And in comes Ajraib. Al-Hamwi really has had a torrid evening tonight. 3 offensive fouls to his name and very little on the offensive end. Maddenley now drives the baseline. Looks to find Hawkins. It's almost intercepted, but Ajraib comes straight in, and he's done this all evening for Syria. He's had a strong night, Ajraib. He's up to 14 points personal. Absolutely perfect from the field with a little over 15 minutes of action. Timeout's been called by Jordan. Very little over 5 minutes left on the game clock here in Amman, and Jordan are fully in control. 24-point lead. They lead this one 75-51 over Syria. And it has been a big night for Dar Tucker. He's up to 28 points, and Al-Awadi has also had an absolute stellar night, particularly from the perimeter. He's taken his tally to 17 points. Alongside that, he's got himself 5 boards and 2 assists in a little over 32 minutes of action. But Jordan will take so much confidence once again from this qualification window. They've been to the World Cup finals only once in their history. That was back in 2010. They ended up 23rd in that tournament, didn't pick up a win. But the way they've played in the first 2 qualification windows here in Group C, you'd be mad to put your money against them not making it to the World Cup finals. They are in fine form, and they're playing some absolutely beautiful team basketball here in the World Cup qualifiers. They really have taken Group C by storm. And I'm sure the rest of the Asia qualification zone are looking at Jordan and hoping that they miss them in the next round, because it's not a game any team on the international stage will want to go up against. 5 minutes 12 left on the game clock. Jordan up by 24. Syria really have had another tough night at the office here at the Prince Hamza Arena in Amman. Abu Hawas now. Back to Abdeen. You have a feeling they're looking for Alawadi for another three. Hussein pulls up at the elbow, back out to Abu Hawas, inside for two, can't get it to go. Hussein grabs the rebound though. He'll grab himself a cheeky two off the glass. He's up to 7 points personal, 6 rebounds now for him as well. Bakar, back out to Alaosh. Almost stripped away, but Maddenly holds on to it, and Alaosh will pull the trigger on a three. Off the glass, too heavy, and Hussein with another rebound. You can hear the carnal atmosphere. There's a party going on in the stands of this arena, and understandably so. Had plenty to cheer about so far. Hussein, long two. Not this time, but Abu Hawas, so unselfish on the play. Could have taken the shot himself, but instead passes it to Al Hamashe, and he picks up another two. 4 points for him and 8 rebounds. There are stats galore across the board for Jordan. Bakar now for Syria. Skip pass into the corner to Alaosh. Doesn't put enough on that one for it to drop through the bucket, and Abdeen will bring it away for Jordan. Alawadi! Another three for Alawadi. Musa Alawadi is absolutely on fire from the perimeter. He is lighting it up here in Amman. 5 from 10 from outside. Someone needs to step out to him, my goodness me. Another timeout has been called as Alawadi takes his tally up to 20 points now. 15 of those have come from outside. He really has found range here this evening. And Jordan are in party mood, as are the crowd in the stands, as you hear the drums raining out across the Prince Hamza Arena. I'm not sure it will have seen many as good a night as tonight for the Jordanian national basketball team, as they stake a claim to get through to the second round. And they will have qualified for the second round if they take the win here this evening. India obviously 0-4. They've only got 2 more games to play, so both Jordan and the Lebanon already qualified through to the second round. Syria will be hoping for their sake that they complete that, but it really will, for Syria, I'd imagine, come down to their final game. Sorry, not their final game, their next game against India, which will be back to business for them. Thursday the 28th of June, Syria versus India. That one's likely to decide the destination of the final qualification place here in Group C. But that said, the wonderful thing about this new qualification process is every single game counts. So it's not like Lebanon and Jordan will enter this final qualification window in late June, early July and think they can give up losses, because it doesn't matter. It does. They'll carry through every single result to that second phase. So they'll both be determined to pick up 2 wins in the final window. Here's Sadir now, baseline drive, nice pass to a drive, and he can't get it to go. Sadir has hustled so hard when he's been on the floor for Syria, and he gets himself 2 points. And Adrib is up to 12 points personal, and they are pretty much pure hustle points. Sorry, Sadir picks up the 2, but Adrib has worked so hard. That's a lovely inside combo, Sadir and Adrib for Syria. Alawadi now pulls up at the elbow. He's going to be short on that. It's an air ball, and a foul has been called on Jordan, and there's a treble substitution coming here from Jordan. Foul called there on Abaid, and Syria will get the ball on the baseline, and there's wholesale changes here for Jordan. It feels like they think they've done enough, as Hussein and Alawadi and Abdeen go to the bench for them. But Jordan are already in team foul situation, so that's going to send Syria to the line for 2 shots. Sadir will go to the line to take them. 2:54 left in the game, and the crowd here in the Prince Hamza Arena have had a wonderful show of basketball from their national team. And it looks like their national team might finish up this qualification window with their perfect record intact. 4 wins, no losses. They've secured their progression through to the second phase of qualification. However, still 2 games ahead of them for Jordan. Biggest one will be on Thursday, the 28th of June, as they travel to take on the Lebanon before returning home to take on India on Sunday, the 1st of July. They will hope to finish it with a perfect 6-0 record. There's no two ways about that. Ball in the corner now, Abu Hawass to Al Tawil. Foul is called, and it's another foul that's going to send the Syrians to the free throw line, so they'll walk the full length of the floor for free throws. For Syria, that game against India on Thursday, the 28th of June, is probably the biggest game they'll have faced in an awful long time. If they win that game, that sends them through. That will put them through to the second phase of qualification. If they lose that game, it's likely to come down to the head-to-head situation. Now, Syria beat India 74-57 in window one. So that's what they're coming up against. They have a 17-point lead effectively over India. India, if they win by 18, will naturally go above Syria in the charts. And that could be a huge, huge game there on Thursday, the 28th of June, Syria v India. But we have 2 minutes and 21 seconds of action left here in Amman this evening. Ball now to Al Tawil, and he drains a three off the glass. I didn't hear him shout bank from where we are, but he still gets the three and gets himself onto the box score. Hawkins now feeds the post. Sadir will go to the work. Ball now, quick movement, nice. Madenley, that's good hustle on the defensive end there by Abu Hawass for Jordan. He got across and did enough to put off Madenley, and the foul, however, has been called. And that will send Syria to the line for two shots. Jordan holding a mammoth 30-point lead here. Sadir at the line for two. Doesn't get the luck of the iron on the first. Connects with the second though. Sadir up to 5 points personal now. Sorry, 6 points personal. Ball into the low post. Good ball movement here by Jordan. Almost stolen away, but they managed to hold on to it. That's slightly long, and that's a tough play there by Abeid. He looked like he was fouled, and they're just going to give him an out of bounds. So with 1:32 left on the game clock, another change is made for Jordan as Abu Wazane goes to the bench. And Al-Hendi comes in. The Jordanian team rotating through their bench. Another nice play there by Yazan Al Tawil, and he's already up to 5 points. A way to take advantage of the minutes you're going to get in a game like this. It's the time where bench players can prove their worth to a team. Hawkins to the basket. Well contested there by the Jordanian defense, but Sadir once again will not give up and grabs himself another rebound. Puts it back up for two, and he's up to 8 points, 5 boards. Nice hustle game for him. Jordan can't get that one to drop, and Syria out at the races. Another 2 points notched up to Dribe, and he can be reasonably happy with his personal performance, even if Syria are going to leave the gym with quite a considerable loss. It's knocked away off a Syrian hand, so 13 seconds left on the shot clock. 45.6 on the game clock. Jordan up by 27 points here. And they really have stamped their authority on Group C. Ball inbounded. And that's a travelling violation called on Ahmed Abeid. So Syria will take possession. Alosh now puts it into Madanli. Madanli now brings it up. Sadir to Alosh, to Adrib. Adrib can't get it to go, and it's a long rebound that falls into the hands of Al-Shaoli. Now to Abeid. Back to Altawil. A little bit heavy on that shot, and it's knocked out of bounds by, looked like it was off the hand of Hawkins. But the officials say nope, off a Jordanian hand, so it's going to be a Syrian ball on the baseline with 18.1 seconds to go. You'd imagine Syria will just run the clock out now, take the final shot of the game here in Amman. Maddenly passes it off to Alosh. Alosh has other thoughts in his mind and just goes for the finger roll for two as the lane opens up for him. Jordan, therefore, will get another bite at the cherry, and it's brought up over the half by Kanaan, and he slows things down, and the final buzzer greets us here at the Prince Hamza Arena in Amman. And what a window of qualification it's been for Jordan. They complete the route here in Amman. 87 to Jordan, 62 to Syria. That means that Jordan leave window 2 of qualification with their perfect record intact. 4 wins, no losses. They have secured their place in the second qualification phase with the wins this weekend. Alongside them in the second qualification phase definitely will be Lebanon. They sit with a 3-1 record, so they're through to the second phase. And the final spot that's up for grabs is between Syria and India. At the moment, Syria hold command of that. They have 1 win, 2 losses. India, yet without a win. No wins, 4 losses. The next games in window 3 will be Thursday the 28th of June, Lebanon versus Jordan, a top of the table clash. But the big game really is Syria versus India. That one could decide the final place available to progress. If Syria win that game, they will go through to the second phase. If India win it, it's likely that they'll need to win it by more than 17 to progress. And then the final games of Group C will be on Sunday the 1st of July. Lebanon will take on Syria and Jordan will welcome India. Here are your stats from the game here in Amman. As you can see, Jordan leading the way. Rebounding battle pretty even. Jordan played some good team basketball. Syria did as well. But this is one of the stats that will tell you everything. Syria had twice as many turnovers as Jordan. They didn't protect the ball as well as Jordan, and that cost them dearly. 20 turnovers is too many to have at this level of basketball. And it really was the Dar Tucker show. 28 points for him. Al-Hamashe, 9 rebounds on the Syrian side. Hawkins led the way with a double-double, 22 points, 10 boards for him. And look at the crowd here, Hussein going up to get some selfies with the fans. They're enjoying what they're seeing, and this really could be a golden age of Jordanian basketball ahead of them. Here are the leading scorers: Tucker 28, Al-Awadi 20, Abdeen 14, and for Syria, Hawkins 22, Adraib 15, and Sidia 8. It's back to the drawing plan for Syria as they prepare for that huge game in June against India, whilst Jordan will be licking their lips for the final window of qualification here in phase 1, as they'll take on the Lebanon on Thursday the 28th before taking on India on Sunday the 1st. You can see what it means to the crowd here at the Prince Hamza Arena. They're enjoying their photos being taken with what is a perfect team so far in qualification. 4 wins, no losses. The Jordan team are on fire.